This is our faith. It is nuptial. Christ is the bridegroom. He is the bridegroom, the bridegroom of all bridegrooms. All bridegrooms should be modeled after him. And our understanding of spousal love should be modeled off of that nuptial cross. Mary at the foot of the bridegroom's cross. Mary is bride, Jesus is bridegroom. We have to return to that. We have to pray for the grace to have eyes that can see this mystery like you've been unfolding for us, how this nuptial mystery is all around us in creation. So if this idea that you're receiving the bridegroom in the Eucharist still makes you uncomfortable, take some time to ponder how the flowers grow.
Yes, amen. Amen.
The bees and the birds, and get comfortable with the nuptial mystery in a way that feels safe to you. But this is the heart of our faith, and it just opens it all up to a new level.
The reason it doesn't feel safe to people is because we have been wounded here so profoundly. We have been violated here so profoundly. And Laura, you are, to me, a great witness here of how the Lord can fearful, wounded places to bring about a glorious transformation of our understanding of ourselves. The enemy has one goal. His goal is to blind us to the nuptial mystery.
Yes.
That's his goal.
Yes.
That's what this entire pornographic, horrific sexual abuse situation in all the world is all about. It has one goal. The enemy behind all of the pornography has one goal: to blind us to the nuptial mystery revealed through our bodies as male and female. And I'm hearing, just resonating, those words from Genesis. Who told you you were naked? We have been listening to the enemy's understanding of our bodies since original sin. Mm-hmm. We've been listening to the pornographic, diabolic horrors that twist and distort the original beautiful plan. And this is often the beginning of a great healing for us, when we realize this fundamental principle of Catholic cosmology. This is salvific right here. It's very simple, but it's very profound. You've heard me say it before. The devil doesn't have his own clay. All he can do is take God's clay, and God looked at everything he made and said, behold, it is very good.
And the human person is good.
Good. Naked without shame. We were good. God looked at everything he made. We were naked without shame. And he said, behold, it is very good. It is good. The enemy gets his hands on that beautiful painting, if you will. If this is a painting of man and woman, naked without shame, the enemy gets his hands on that painting and terribly twists it up. And we can be tempted to think, the solution, that's just trash. The solution is to throw it away. No. The solution is not to throw it away. The solution is to let our Redeemer come into that twisted clay and untwist it. It's called the redemption of our bodies. And this is so important to understand, that Christ invites us not to redemption from our bodies and our sexuality. That would be this, throw it away, right?
And I was there. I mean, that I had to go through that place in my healing, because I saw my body as like the cause of all the pain that I had been in. And so I went through a long period of living disassociated, speaking of my body as a whole different being. I wanted no part of my body. Even as I mentioned before, when he first started singing the Song of Songs to me, and I was hearing in my prayer that he wanted to be my bridegroom. Okay, fine, take my soul, but we don't need my body, right? And then he sent me to your classes, and I was like, oh boy. But I think with some of us who have been so wounded in our bodies from sexual trauma need to understand that it's normal that we go through this period.
It's very understandable, because this is our experience, and we are in pain. Yes. And we think, understandably, that's the source of the pain.
Get rid of it.
Throw that away. But we're just furthering the rupture there.
Yes.
Right. And eventually on our journey, as we continue, this has to come out of the trash. And this is the scary part. This has to come into the light. Bring every part of your body into the light and make sure no part of your body remains in darkness. And now this is starting to happen. It's not redemption from our sexuality. It's redemption of our sexuality, where we are being more and more restored according to the original purpose and plan of God for making us male and female. That's the good news.
And it's amazing to me still, every day, how safe I am with Jesus. How tender and gentle and patient. Because at first, when I started hearing these things, I just was still too afraid. And then it felt overwhelming. Like, wait a minute, this body that I haven't even wanted to think about for all these years. Now you're saying I have to let you touch it and heal it and bring it into like, oh my gosh, this will take the rest of my life then. But just breathe and remember you're safe with Jesus. He's not like, I remember walking into TOB1 in Sandusky in September 2019. And every time I would take one of your courses, I'd walk in and I'd say to the Lord, okay, I know I'm going to be bombarded. Like my mind's going to explode from everything I take in this week. What's the one thing you really want me to focus on and hang on to and pray with throughout this week? When I walked into TOB1, he told me two things when I asked him that question. One, I want you to stop comparing me to any other man because I am incomparable. There is no comparing me. I was like, okay. Number two, he said to me, I want to speak the truth of my body to the truth of your body. You have been told lies. And there was some of that, I think, is still, it's never ends with him, right? Like you always say, there is always more with him. There is always more. Understanding the truth of his body. I mean, we just laid out a bunch of it in this conversation, but there's more. There's more. There's always more.
There's always more.
That is something I will be learning for the rest of my life. But I have learned he is beyond compare. So no matter what any other man or woman, human person has done to you, he is unlike all of them. And with him, we are truly safe. It is safe to bring every part of our body, every piece of our heart that's in the darkness or that is filled with any guilt or shame. It is safe to bring it into his light, because in his light, there is not just healing, there's redemption, and there is mercy, and there is truth, and he is patient and gentle and just the most tender, loving bridegroom beyond what we can even imagine. And it is incomprehensible sometimes to think of just how safe we are with him, because we experience nothing else like his love here on earth. Even the best human love still falls short.
Laura, you are a shining light of what embracing the theology of our bodies, what fruit it bears when we do. You are a shining light. And I thank you. I thank you for your courage. I thank you for being willing to listen for the voice of the bridegroom, because that was your bridegroom saying to you, don't compare me to any other man. I'm incomparable. And let the truth of my body reveal the truth of your body. That's the voice of the bridegroom. That I hear the Lord saying, do not be afraid. It is I. It is I. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. It is I. I am in the flesh to heal your flesh. I've come bodily to redeem you bodily. Don't rupture your humanity. Let me integrate you. Let me reintegrate you. I know it's scary. I know it's scary. Let me heal. Let my holy touch heal whatever unholy touch has ruptured you. Let my holy touch reintegrate where unholy touch has disintegrated. Let my holy touch reintegrate you. reintegrate you, redeem you, restore you, reinvigorate you, re-enliven you. This is the journey. You are a shining light, Laura, to what that journey entails, and the courage required to say yes to it, but the beautiful fruit that it bears. And I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for the courage of your yes. You've heard me say this before. One woman's yes changed the universe, and yours can too. And it is. I see it. I see it with my own eyes. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your yes.